Welcome back to the channel. I've got an interesting project lined up for two walkie-talkies. It doesn't involve walking and it doesn't involve talking. So what I've got to do is to find two of these that I can reuse. That's the point. Now these two are quite new. We got them, well, relatively, we got them when we moved here 3 years ago. These two are matched. This one is on its own. So what I'm thinking of doing is I'm going to modify this one but keep this one the same. So we could use these two still, but we can use that one to control that. So what I've got to find out first of all, put some batteries in and see whether that one and that one will talk to each other. While I'm putting the batteries in, I just thought to explain something, and that is that you may have used these kind of things, walkie-talkies, before, and you've got interference from something going on. Somebody else comes over the airwaves, and that's because the frequencies are very often exactly the same between different models, and that's what interests me with these, is to see whether they are on the similar frequencies, because you do get interference when you're using them in daily life. Well, maybe not daily for most people. Okay, so that's batteries in both of them. I won't put the backs on yet in case this doesn't work. But right, let's have a see. Power that one up. That's a good start. Power this one up. Yep, good start. Now, what happens if I press? Well, they're both on channel 1. Yep, and then this one should go if I press that one. Ha ha ha, yes they do. Right, now I can move on with phase 2. And what's happened is I've joined up with ACX. They're Amazon based and they're affiliated with Audible because I want to do narration work. I obviously won't sound like this on this camera, but that's the idea. So my wife was saying, well, what if she comes down the stairs, you know, she's banging around, whatever, she's making a load of noise and I'm trying to record something like an audition. And I thought, well, okay, what if she had a walkie-talkie upstairs, and then if she was coming downstairs, because she has her office upstairs and mine's downstairs, she can press that, and instead of a sound coming out, I can change it to be an LED that comes on in the room, or indeed just an LED fitted to this instead of the speaker. Will that work? And that's what I want to find out today, and it could be very useful indeed. The next thing to do is to take this one apart. Let's have a look inside it. To do so, I'll need to remove 3 screws, one there, and one at the top. Oh, and this one here, I just noticed it. That's all 4 screws out now, so let's have a look inside. Okay, right, so the speaker's on the other side, so I'll lift this circuit board out. And there we go, that's the front of the board. You can now see the speaker, so the red and black lines that I saw on the back do relate to the speaker connections. Right, okay. I've turned it back over now, such that you can see those 2 wires there are where the speaker connects to, so I'll be disconnecting those. And I think what I might do is just try a resistor and an LED and run it through to the top, out the top there. That might be the best way of doing it. Mount the LED on the top of the antenna. This is the wire I'm going to use, so I'll pull some out of there, put a 1K resistor on it and an LED, and see how we go when it's soldered onto this board. There we go, that's the wires and the components done. I've cut a little notch in the top such that it can slot in there and be all nice and neat, facing forward with the LED. Next thing I'm going to do, just a bit of tape onto the speaker wires, just so there's nothing touching anything else. Then I can give it a test. There we go, all done. I'll put it back together now. It's kind of fun actually that there's a big X through that chip, which normally means it's failed. Anyway, so let's try this out. First of all, power up this one. There we go, with the bleep. Now, what happens with this one? I've tried it, so let's have a look. Power. Oh yes, we do get the flash, and of course it's the bloop sound. Right, okay. So if I press this one, what happens to the one on the right? Ah, there we go, a nice bright flash. And of course, take it away from there, press again. Yeah, right, that's excellent. So next thing to do is to have this one downstairs, my wife will have this one upstairs, and we'll try it out. In fact, I've just thought of something. I can press this one to let her know that I'm ready for the test, because it should still beep on here the same sort of way. Let's see. Yes, indeed. Right, time to test it properly. Okay, so I'm sat here as though I'm narrating with the microphone there, and I might be reading off the screen, and then what I'll do is, we'll do this test now because my wife's upstairs. If I press this, we should see her press coming through as the red light. So, that's her alert. And there we go. There we go, it did it. So, yeah, and then that'll give me, 30 seconds, a minute, whatever, to finish what I'm doing. And then, she can come down the stairs, make whatever noise. Won't be a problem at all. Yeah, I think that's worked out really well. I'm very pleased with that. I really am. I may convert it over to USB for long term, rather than using batteries all the time, don't know. But the system itself, I'm chuffed with. Okay, see you next time.